we salute the brave and courageous women and men serving in the United States military, protecting our freedom. Please take time this Memorial Day weekend to honor the memory and sacrifice of our military veterans and their loving families, and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in their service to our nation.
And now you have to qualify in these majors. You got to go do it, man. Like, and it just comes off really petty to sit up there and be like, I'm not.
You know what you signed up for. So I don't like the pettiness. And I 100% think Taylor Gooch should be in the major championships. Mm-hmm. So in the same note, I'm saying this, but also it's like, hey, this is the world in which we live in right now. And you don't deserve anything.
Only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early
magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell, coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from three on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not one, but two coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage late
sort
night.
Of has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Rob Vino's the best. We could talk sports with him all night. Rob just likes to bet. That's one thing with Rob. He likes to bet. You know what's crazy, actually? I didn't bring it up there with Rob. We talked about it briefly in the past, but I've never met Rob Vino before. Never met him. And most of the guests, almost everybody, we have a lot of new guests, but even them, I've met a lot of them before at one place or another. I met, Griffin Murphy. He was with us live at the Super Bowl in Vegas. But Rob Vino, it's unique because me and Rob have been doing hits for nearly 20 years, essentially 20 years type of deal, going back to the old sports memo days. And never met him before. Our paths never crossed. If you remember, Cam, Rob inadvertently told me he was going to be in Vegas, and I told him, yeah, we'll go see Dawkins together and stuff. And he was there a week earlier. And I said, you told me you were going to be in Vegas that night. So every time I've missed him. Right? Yeah. I've missed him. But one thing about Rob, reputation is Rob can go pretty hard. He's from Philadelphia. People are like, oh, yeah, Rob. They're like, you'll like Rob. He's actually still up at 5 a.m. He outlasts everybody. He outlasts all those handicapper guys. Those guys are all soft. Rob likes to Rob's son's in a big rock band, too, so Rob can party.
You're right. Those other handicappers, you hang with them and they fade and they fade. I got to work on my stuff the next morning. We're still at the blackjack table. No, you're right.
Yeah, no. Rob goes to Vegas and he takes 5 days to. He even admits, Gabe, I went too hard for my age in Vegas. You know what I mean? Rob likes to to bring it. We got to hook up with Rob at some point in time. But the CFL season around the corner, and they just announced the schedule on CBS TV. CBS Sports Network. And pretty nice, actually. Early in the season, they come out strong, including the season opener, guys. A Grey Cup rematch, Cam. The Montreal Alouettes at the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Thursday night, June 6th. That's 13 days from now. Saturday, Saskatchewan at Edmonton. Sunday, June 9th, BC at Toronto. So week 1, you get 3 of the 4 games on the CBS Sports Network in the United States. Week 2, you get 2 games. Week 3, you get 2 games. Week 4, you get 2 games. They're essentially doing 2 games a week. With there's a couple of weeks where they're doing 3 games a week. As the season goes on, they start to slow down a little bit. But some great stuff. The CFL this year, I've got an extra level of excitement about the league. It's going to be a good year this year in the CFL. The quality of play and I watch all these UFL games, Cam, and the CFL is a lot better.
The CFL is a quality league, and it's going to be very interesting.
It's the second best league in the world.
I would agree with that. I agree with you.
Well, look, you have the NFL, and then you have the CFL. Listen, I love college football, right? And I get it, college football and is lit and all this, and no one loves the Michigan Wolverines like I do. But the CFL is better, right? The college is intense and it's big and all this, but the CFL literally is the second best league out there. Like as far as quality, all you need to know is about money, point blank. Players in the UFL make in between 75 and 95 to 100,000. Like, you know what I mean? Like quarterbacks are making like $100,000 a year. Other guys are making like 54,000, 75,000. Players in the CFL are making like $1 million and 700K, 500K. Offensive linemen are making 500K. Wide receivers are making 700K, 750. Big time quarterbacks, same thing, 900, close to $1 million and all this. You pay more, you get better players. Right, yep. So, the CFL, good stuff. All right, here we go. Shout out to all of our AM radio affiliates joining us as Level 3. We call it the Friday Night Freak Show on Fridays, pretty much because of the guest that's going to join us in a couple of minutes in Tony Finn. Always an adventure with Tony Finn. Let's check in right now with the Crypt right now. It's good. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever looking for their first win of the season. Caitlin Clark is a hardcore LeBron James fan and a big Kobe Bryant fan. So it turned out that Caitlin Clark had this game circled when she came into the NBA and she was on the Fever and that she saw the schedule. She said, man, it was the LA game. This is the arena. She was in awe this morning at the Crypt at the pregame shoot around. And I said, you know what? This is the night that it happens. And you know what? The game is officially over. It just ended. The Indiana Fever beat the Los Angeles Sparks in front of 18,000 plus. 78-73, a dominant second half, Cam. The Fever come back. You end strong. You needed a win. You got the win with the Fever.
I hit this game 9 times. Fever plus 8.5, 7.5, 5.5, money line. When they were down,
but we lose to Caitlin Clark over 20.5 point props. What'd she finish with? I
finished 3-1 with my props because all of my Brink props went over. I had over rebounds with Brink and points. But I went under with Caitlin Clark. I had over 20.5, and she didn't get anywhere damn close. But great night. I should have stayed away from the NBA.
Caitlin.
Caitlin. Baking cake with Kate. That's what we're saying.
Baking cake with Kate.
Baking
exactly. Cake with Kate.
Yeah.
So Caitlin Clark finishes with 11 points tonight, but that doesn't really tell the story. She had 11 points tonight. She had 8 assists. She had 10 rebounds. So in fact, nearly a triple-double tonight, just 2 assists away from a triple-double. Great atmosphere, big-time game tonight. Tickets were going upwards of $2,000 this evening for this basketball game to sit courtside. Cameron Brink had a sort of another big-time coming-out game. We already know this girl's amazing defensively, but she dropped 15 points on offense tonight, 9 rebounds tonight for Cameron Brink. Rakia Jackson finished with 16 points. Both these teams have big-time futures. The Sparks are going in the right direction, but props to Cam. Good call, Cam. I like the Fever. I talked about it earlier today as well. They're playing Vegas tomorrow, and it's going to be a tough spot for them. Aja Wilson's the most that doesn't like Caitlin Clark. Vegas lost earlier in the week. Vegas are going to, smack them. And I called it earlier, Cam. I tweeted out. I was on with Pharrell earlier today. It's talking about it sets up. They're going to win tonight in L.A., and what a hard spot. Dude, this girl does a lot of interviews and stuff. Between the pressure, she's in L.A., she's only 22 years old. She just drew 18,000 people in a city of stars, and now she's got to roll into Las Vegas on Saturday night with the Las Vegas Aces waiting. The Aces are going to eat the Fever up tomorrow. This is blowout central. Except the odds makers and the sports books are aware. Currently 15 points. The Aces are laying 15 points tomorrow night. And we'll see. It's going to upset people if they pull any load management with Caitlin Clark. Like, this girl's played a lot and stuff. It's a quick turnaround. People in Vegas are concerned, actually, because a lot of Rebecca Lobo was talking about it, saying, I wouldn't play her tomorrow in Vegas, actually, after this big night in L.A. Tonight. I say they do play her. And speaking of which, Messi was supposed to play against the Vancouver Whitecaps. They were charging like $1,500 for tickets on StubHub, and $300 was the cheapest ticket to get into the building at BC Place. And not only is Messi not playing, but Luis Suarez is not playing. Busquets is not playing, which means the Vancouver Whitecaps are going to mess up Inter Miami tomorrow. But we'll get to that with our best bets a little bit later on. It's pretty crazy when we're opening up with the WNBA, but the game just ended and we had big money on it. NBA basketball, Luka does it again, sinks and sticks a big-time three late. The Minnesota Timberwolves wilt under pressure once again, and it's very difficult to go from 0 to 60 in whatever sport that you're in. We saw it with the Vancouver Canucks. Canucks team, not used to being in the playoffs. You can only go so far with that first experience. The Minnesota Timberwolves, as good as they've been, and they're right there, but you'll notice in crunch time, in the games like final, when it matters most, Luka and Kyrie Irving are stepping up and getting it done. Kyrie Irving just 20 points this evening, but Doncic drops 32, including a massive three. They get contributions from Gafford and Derek Lively. We break it down on the other side and more. Tony Finn steps up and then bring it.
We salute the brave and courageous women and men serving in the United States military, protecting our freedom. Please take time this Memorial Day weekend to honor the memory and sacrifice of our military veterans and their loving families, and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in their service to our nation.
And now you have to qualify, and these majors, you got to go do it, man. Like, and it just comes off really petty to sit up there and be like, I'm not.
You know what you signed up for. So I don't like the pettiness, and I 100% think Taylor Gooch should be in the major championships. So in the same note, I'm saying this, but also it's like, hey, this is the world in which we live in right now, and you don't deserve anything.
Only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell, coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from three on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not one, but two coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage late
sort of
night.
has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
This is SportsRage. I'm Gabriel Morency. Shout out to all of our AM radio affiliates joining us. Said earlier, Tony Finn puts the Freak in the Friday Night Freak Show part of the show. And we were talking earlier about attendance rates. And I don't know, I forget who it was. Somebody was congratulated. And I said, yeah, no. I said, no, is it? No. Man, I took it back. I don't know if you remember, Cam. Somebody was applauded for having a good attendance rate, a guest on the show earlier in the week. I said, you're okay. You're like 75, 80%. Tony Finn is the unpredictable one. You never know with Tony. So Tony's stuck in traffic right now on the Strip. What I like to know is, Tony, why are you on the strip right now?
The strip
on a Friday
exactly.
night.
That's
Like,
my
I don't
point.
like.
Why not leave
you're doing
early?
on? Why are you on the strip right now?
Exactly.
You've only been doing this hit for like 12 years, so I don't understand. But I do understand because it's Tony Finn. Yeah. So I totally get it. But the best part is, if people are a regular listener to the show, you guys know, Tony was offended last week because we're going to the LSU USC game at Allegiant Stadium on September the 1st, Labor Day weekend. And Brady Cannon's going, and Teddy covers. Teddy never leaves the compound, but Teddy's leaving his house, only because I'm buying him a ticket, I think. But Teddy's coming, Drew Martin.
Yeah.
And Tony Finn sort of felt left out because I tweeted out, this is coming. Tony's like, what about me? So then I tweeted out, I said, and Tony Finn, I said, Tony will come, but he's going to get lost in the parking lot. He won't make it to the seat, and something's going to happen. He's going to have a story. And he took offense to that. Oh, I didn't appreciate. He was kidding because I didn't appreciate. I saw your tweets about me not getting lost in the parking lot and all this. I said, well, it's just kind of true, isn't it? And here we go again tonight. Right, we get word. Right. Tony's stuck in traffic on the strip right now. I'll tell you what, Cam. If Tony played for like the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes, Michigan, we give the stickers on the helmet for good plays. Tony's helmet would be pretty empty. A couple of stickers, like, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be like you know what I mean? It wouldn't be like all covered like J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy had nothing but stickers on his helmet at the end of it, like all over the place. Every big play made, you get a sticker. Come on, Tony. Like, you wouldn't have a lot of stickers on your helmet.
He tries, though. You know what it is, Gabe?
Well, the thing is, he's such a nice guy. That's the problem.
Yes.
If he wasn't such a nice guy, I'd be like, this guy's unbelievable. I'd just
Remember the last time, too? He's working on a pool, or he's in some kind of cave, or you never know. Like you said it. He's got a lot of different things going on.
That's why I like it. It's always an adventure with Tony Finn.
Yeah, agreed.
And he's a good baseball handicapper. Good baseball handicapper. So that's why I look forward to his baseball takes. Tony will be joining us a little bit later on. All right, so crazy night tonight. We had overtime in the National Hockey League once again. NBA basketball, Luka Doncic steps up with a massive 3 late. Game on the line. It's they're down by 2. They're down by 2. It was 108-106. They're down by 2. 12 seconds left. Dallas come out of a timeout. They just gave the ball to Luka. And I was saying right before they came out of the timeout, I'm like, man, this is what makes them so dangerous. They can go with Kyrie or they can go with Luka here. And what are you really going to do? You kind of have to go one-on-one with everybody because you don't know what they're going to do. They kind of were straight out of it. They just gave the ball right away to Luka. Luka waited it out, sort of, had the ball. I thought he could have taken it to the rack for a deuce to tie the game. Calmly just steps back. He sort of stepped in to the three-point line and looked like, okay, I'm taking it to the rack here. And then he said, no, I'm stepping back. Like, he actually stepped in, and then, no. He casually just took a couple of steps back, and he had Rudy Gobert on him. But the thing with Rudy Gobert is a great defensive player. Rudy Gobert is a great defensive player in the paint. I don't know if I want Rudy Gobert one-on-one with Luka there. Like, Luka called his shot. Like, he basically realized, I can beat him off the dribble, and I just did, but I'm so confident in myself, I'm going to pop a 3 for the win. And then he sticks it. And I wanted it to go to overtime. I had money on the 223 in-game over, but we hit the Mavericks plus the points in the game. We hit the over in the game. Massive win for the Dallas Mavericks, and now the Mavericks open up as 3-point favorites over the Minnesota Timberwolves on Sunday night. They're -3. Total is 208.5, and we should know, Cam, both these games have all 4 games in the Western Conference and Eastern Conference playoffs finals so far have gone over.
Yep.
2-0 in Indy, Boston, now 2-0 to the over. And they keep on setting the same numbers again. Now another 208.5. And Dallas will be better offensively at home. It's going to go over again on Sunday.
It should. I don't even know. I've tried to play 1 under, and I learned my lesson. It wasn't even close. I'm going to say this, too, Gabe. Minnesota, They had a 17-point lead in this game at home to tie up the series. Like they dominated this game early and they let it slip away. They didn't have enough.
Dallas are never out of a game, Cam.
That's the thing. They're never out of a game, but Minnesota didn't have that killer instinct too. You know, you get up, we always talk about it, up 22, 24 instead of 17. Changes the perplexity of the game. They let them linger. They came back.
Because they haven't been this far before, bro.
Yeah,
like it's like the Vancouver Canucks. Like, you know what I mean? You can only go so far when you know, it's not that. Look at all the teams that win, guys. Pain before. Pain.
Yeah.
Toronto Raptors suffered pain. They won the championship. The Bucks suffered pain. Won the championship. Over and over and over. Right? Like Denver Nuggets. Nuggets never won a championship in their history before they won last year. Right? Like like Minnesota hasn't been here before. But dude, it wasn't that long ago. Beverly was acting like the jackass that he is, celebrating a play-in tournament win in Minnesota. I thought it was a big deal. Yeah. And another thing, Cam, is you sympathize with the underdog and losing cities. So people talk about Cleveland and Buffalo and stuff. Think about Minneapolis, St. Paul, bro. Think about it.
Yeah. No, I do. The Minnesota Wild don't win.
The Minnesota Vikings have never won a Super Bowl before.
Yeah.
Okay, the Vikings have never won a Super Bowl before. They lost the Minnesota North Stars. They came back as the Minnesota Wild. Neither of them ever won. The Minnesota Wild are a middling team. They're nowhere close to winning a Stanley Cup right now. They love the Vikings. The Vikings don't win, and Vikings are massive. I've been to Minneapolis. Like, they love the Vikings there. They've never won the Vikings. The Minnesota Twins haven't won since Kirby Puckett in that great Game 7 against the Braves.
You're right.
That's longer than Toronto's, like Blue Jays in the early 90s.
Misery.
We salute the brave and courageous women and men serving in the United States military, protecting our freedom. Please take time this Memorial Day weekend to honor the memory and sacrifice of our military veterans and their loving families, and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in their service to our nation.
And now you have to qualify, and these majors, you got to go do it, man. Like, and it just comes off really petty to sit up there and be like, I'm not.
You know what you signed up for. So I don't like the pettiness, and I 100% think Taylor Gooch should be in the major championships. So in the same note, I'm saying this, but also it's like, hey, this is the world in which we live in right now, and you don't deserve anything.
Only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell, coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from three on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not one, but two coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage late
sort of
night.
has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
This is SportsRage. I am Gabriel Morency. All right, so Tony Finn is in the SportsRage parking lot right now.
Yep.
He's checked in. The valet is taking his keys, so now we're just sort of setting him up, but that could be an adventure as well. So we'll keep you posted as far as that's concerned. So Cam, let's check in actually. I want to get to Mick Aussie's Mick Aussie's AFL bets, but there's a couple of games going on. But what about the Charles Schwab? What do you got for us there?
Gabe, I have a really fascinating story. We talked about, remember, Scheffler being so many shots back. Well, he had one of the lowest rounds of the day. So remember the 10-11 one out there. He's 7 back. Riley, the guy who is winning this tournament, he's not a winner. He's won that team event that Rory and Lowry have won before. And there's even
Riley?
a better story than
Hey, Riley, the jerk store called. They're running out of you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's Riley.
Tell Riley.
Hey, Riley.
Tell Riley to get out of my life, because I used to bet this guy 300-1. He'd come in like 3rd place and stuff. Anyway, he's usually a Thursday, Friday warrior. We'll see if he can do it over the weekend. But Gabe, the best story of the day that flew under the radar from a great perspective, Gary Woodland, who almost died due to complications with the brain with a very rare illness and had brain surgery and died. Yeah, she shot a 6-under today, low round, and he's on page 1 of the leaderboard.
You talked about him earlier in the week about a sentimental play, right? You said, should we do a sentimental play on Woodland?
Yeah, and he played great today. He shot a -6. Scheffler was 5 under. Gary's right in the mix at -4, so he's page 1.
Who the hell is this guy, Cam? Who the hell is
Cootie?
Who the hell is Cootie? Cootie, yeah. He got cooties. Yeah, he got cooties.
Hey, boss,
what the hell is this? No, we talked about this tournament, though, is a tournament in which you get random guys, right? Who the hell is Cootie?
No, I like Pearson. Actually, there's 2 Cooties. He's got a brother, too, the Cootie brothers. They used to play on
what is it, Dukes of Hazzard? The Cootie brothers on the PGA Tour? Where they play? What college they go to, Cam? You usually know this.
You know what? I do know.
I'm going to look at this Pearson Cootie.
I think they went to Alabama.
Got to be a I swear to God, my guess, I'm just speaking out loud, my guess is Tennessee Volunteers. You know they're SEC. You know the Cooties are SEC. I'm saying the Vols.
I think they're.
You say the Gators?
I think it's Tennessee.
Are they Longhorns?
Alabama.
Are they Longhorns?
He's a Longhorn. It's a home game. Didn't realize. Pearson Cootie. He's from Texas. So I'll tell you,
Pearson.
watch out for the Cooties.
The Cootie boys.
Yeah, Cooties. You know what his odds were?
See, if I had money right now, like if I was rolling as a TV producer, I'd be like, you know what? Let's sign the Cootie boys. They'd be cheap. We'll get a reality show on the PGA Tour. Let's follow the Cootie boys.
They're good. They actually played so well on the Corn Ferry Tour. They got PGA status. They got 2 Cooties. And I'll tell you, the one who's in second, one's better than the other, though. Pearson, I think, is a little bit better. But
what about Sungjae Im, bro? Like, isn't he due for a win?
Let me tell you something, Morency. We'll get to Tony because it looks like he's back in the fold here.
And I was looking at Kim before, too.
Yeah,
I was, I think an Asian might win this. I think we might have to go to Asia, Cam, for this one.
So funny. I got a text from Billy the doorman. He goes, I'm on every Asian on the leaderboard. I go, that sounds like...
and I saw, S.H. Kim was a popular pick coming into it. And he played well early. I didn't get in on him. But I'm just looking right now, and I see, dude, it's been a little while since Sungjae's been lurking like this. This might be a play for him.
It's not, he doesn't have to beat all these guys except Scheffler is the best. Scheffler and Harmon and Morikawa, who's 7 back, are the best guys. It's not like this is a A-plus tournament.
He's 11-1.
Who is Sungjae Im?
He's 11-1 right now.
I
know. I'm surprised
15.
too. I was surprised, Cam. I'm just seeing right now. He's the 3rd choice, bro. Scotty Scheffler plus 475. Davis, the jerk store Riley, called is plus 550.
I like jerk store Riley.
Sorry, Dave. Sorry. Hey,
awesome.
The jerk store, and they're running out of you. Sungjae Im is 11-1.
What's the Cooties?
Cootie's 20-1. It's not enough.
I think I got him.
Brian Harmon.
He's my
Brian
guy.
Harmon is 16-1 right now.
That is a price. That's the guy.
Finau's 14, Straka 12. All right, is Tony Finn ready to go? I believe
he's ready. He's ready. Yeah. He's
Tony
ready
Finn has made it through security. What's up, Tony?
Yeah, Tony.
I have a future on John Marlar. He's the top Russian professional golfer. Yet to enter the tour yet, but I'm on John Marlar. As soon.
It doesn't sound like a Russian name, Tony.
It does. You're right.
You should have been Igor. Igor or something.
This is why we like to have you on, Tony. We never know. I said you put the freak on. John Marlar. I don't want to hear your alias or your crimes on the strip, all right? More on the other side.
We salute the brave and courageous women and men serving in the United States military, protecting our freedom. Please take time this Memorial Day weekend to honor the memory and sacrifice of our military veterans and their loving families, and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in their service to our nation.
And now you have to qualify, and these majors, you got to go do it, man. Like, and it just comes off really petty to sit up there and be like, I'm not.
You know what you signed up for. So I don't like the pettiness, and I 100% think Taylor Gooch should be in the major championships. So in the same note, I'm saying this, but also it's like, hey, this is the world in which we live in right now, and you don't deserve anything.
Only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid. Your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell, coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from three on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live. Prime time.
We got not one, but two coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage late
sort of
night.
has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
John.
This is SportsRage. I am Morency. Tony, come on. Dear God.
No.
See what I did with Cam Friday night?
I'm looking for the top Russian golfer. I think it's a fair. It's you know.
Yeah. All right. So we found an anchor man in like Missouri or something like that. But Tony, I don't know where your Google skills are quick. I don't know how the hell you came up with John Marlar, Cam, but turns out John Marlar actually he's an American Russian golfer from 2015.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, Tony is a spy. Tony, he joins from Area 51, like I said. Who knows? Like, and now he's frozen. There he is. Look. He's gone, Cam. He's gone. He's gone.
I told you that.
He's
gone again. Where does he go? Where does he like what does he pay?
I've actually asked myself too. I'm like, I don't know why I make this guy the last guest of the week, because this is the one I'm the most on edge at the end too. So it's like just like end the week by getting screwed over.
He buys his cable package from Dynamo Moscow.
Okay, well, speaking of which, yeah, what's up, comrade? So,
comrade,
I could
Tony
be the top
Finchback.
Russian golfer.
You probably are. We don't even know it. So, I have good news actually.
Okay.
I won't name the company. Actually, I'm not going to name the company.
I know this joke.
I'm not gonna name the company that rhymes with rocks, that controls the state of Nevada and the crap ass internet that is in the state of Nevada.
Yeah.
But Google 5-star, whatever the hell, fiber, whatever the hell it is, Google has arrived in Las Vegas.
I know.
I think, we're moving forward. This is very, very good news, actually. Just I don't want to spend too much time on internet problems in Las Vegas, but anybody who's been to Las Vegas knows cell phone service sucks, and the internet sucks. And there's one company that has a monopoly, but Google has bought their way in. I look forward to it, actually, Tony, and we won't have any more glitches with you.
I had Google, I had Google Fiber before I made the permanent move here, and it didn't follow me. It took a long time for it to get here. But,
no. Only people that follow you are LAPD. As we found out. That was the best for people joining us. The best story ever, though. We're at the Super Bowl, and Tony Finn was a guest with us at the Super Bowl in L.A. And after, we're like, all right, let's go back. We'll go back to the hotel. We'll go to Glendale, and Mr. Furley's, one of my more
good bar
favorite spots to go in Glendale, California. Mr. Furley's, great spot. So. Still think I lost my ID there that night, but nevertheless.
I think they kept it, didn't give it back to you. That's a story for another day. They screwed you.
You know, I was there. I've been there back a few times, and I didn't run. I'm like, I don't even want to know. I was going to say, hey, by the way, listen, I need to talk to you. But, so Tony Finn's like, all right, I'll drive you guys back to we'll go back to Glendale. And somehow we end up at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. We took the wrong exit. Told Tony, wrong exit. Tony nearly had a breakdown. Might come as a surprise, but me and Cam were very, the backseat driving was driving Tony. Oh. Remember, Tony? You're like, the only time you ever got mad, you're like, both of you need to shut the F up. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? You got to turn right here on the 17th. Yeah. Isn't it Pasadena? We're going to Glendale. I'm like, next thing we know, we're in the richest part of Pasadena. And I told him, remember, Cam? I said, oh, bro. I said, the cops are going to roll up on us any minute, man. We're rolling through this millionaire row. And we're at the Rose Bowl. We're like, dude, man, we got to get out of here. And then we, just by chance, so we get out of Pasadena. Everyone knows the area. Glendale, Pasadena is right beside. So we get into Glendale. And right out of a movie, guys, you can't make this up, man. You would have thought we were the Bloods and the Crips. There was 12 LAPD cars behind us with sirens and stuff. So we turn off, except they follow us off. Then we pull in. They pull in behind us. We pull into a hotel parking lot. There's 8, I swear to God, you can't make it up, the SWAT team almost. They're all behind us, and we're just sitting there for minutes, and we're like, man, no one move because we're going to get shot. We're going to get shot. And remember, finally, we're there for 5-10 minutes. Yep. No one's moving. I get out with my hands up. I get out. I'm like, listen. I'm like, what's up? And the cop looks at us and he goes, hey, yo, you're just at the wrong place at the wrong time, buddy. Keep moving. And I'm like, all right, guys. Yeah. Cam gets out of the car. Tony just peels off. We're all me and Cam hustle into the room. We're like, what the hell just happened? Turned out there was an armed gunman in the hotel. And a true story, this because I asked the cops after, I said, what happened? Anyways, he goes, it was a threesome gone wrong.
Yeah.
He goes, this guy was with his girl, and they brought someone back, and it was all fun until it wasn't. And then he pulled a gun. And I'm like, whoa.
It was almost. I
thought this hotel was a lot safer than this.
That was the best. Things went wild.
Every time I've been back to the hotel, Cam, I keep my head up now. I'm like, I realize, these guests here are nuts.
The best is me and you on the corner too, Tony, and I tell Gabe, we're on fire, so we're having a beer and having a smoke. I look, I go, this guy's done. I see this drunk driver, and then boom, the other guy who came from our hotel, he clipped him too. It was just a crazy night, man. What I was just look when
the cops showed up because there was some dude with a gun in the hotel. And then some other drunk guest of the hotel showed up who said he got popped because there's a bunch of cops and he was so obviously drunk. He pulled in and they're like, all right, you're under arrest too, buddy. I remember we were standing there drinking White Claws, watching it all, smiling after. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And the cops were like, hey guys, we're drinking White Claws, watching it. Hey, what's up, man?
What a night, man. That was a great night.
The threesome gone wrong. The threesome gone wrong was Mo, Curly, and Larry. Was us three. That's the threesome that had gone wrong because we weren't. And the thing is, when you told me, Tony, go down there and park, and I missed the turn, so I came around the block, and when I came around the block, there was 20 more police officers, and I said, I'm not going back there. I'm gone.
Like I said, man. I lived in Hollywood. I always said, City of Angels. I never met an angel once in L.A. A lot of demons.
Hell's Angels.
I don't know about maybe exactly. Which actually a good series on A&E right now. Actually, I've been watching it.
Yeah,
Very good. Behind the scenes at Hell's Angels. They have all these like chapter president guys talking. One thing you'll notice, though, about the mob and all these guys, same thing. They all talk about brotherhood. They all snitch on each other. They all snitch. They all, like, hey, you watch this series? It's an hour about how loyalty and I'll do anything for the brotherhood. Yeah, but, you know, I was facing 20 years, so I decided to make the deal. And they all snitch on each other.
Yeah. Here's a loyalty. Rock, paper, scissors.
Nope. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Same thing. I've been watching Goodfellas all the time. It's been on TV all week, all the time. I keep seeing it. I'm like, you're all snitches. Like, you guys are all just like, but anyways.
Good stuff.
All right, Tony, I'll give you a chance. You going to blame Dave Roberts for the Dodgers sucking this week? It's not his fault.
No, you know, actually, I've been on point for everything except for a couple bullpen games this week. Really kicked my butt, you know, and how about having a nice alternative line against Baltimore last night? They have an 8-2 lead. I got a -1.5, -2.5, -3.5. I'm gonna clean it up, and the next thing I do, I look up and it's 8-6. They gave up Baltimore's bullpen 4 runs in the bottom or the top of the 9th, and I'm saying, here we go. We got to be careful a little bit, you know.
How about the late night card though tonight? We were so caught up in the basketball and the hockey and everything, but man, we crushed the baseball tonight. Cleveland Indians, my bad. Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland Guardians. Win the game. Yankees win the game. Cubs win the game. All these, you know, man.
We salute the brave and courageous women and men serving in the United States military, protecting our freedom. Please take time this Memorial Day weekend to honor the memory and sacrifice of our military veterans and their loving families, and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in their service to our nation.
And now you have to qualify, and these majors, you got to go do it, man. Like, and it just comes off really petty to sit up there and be like, I'm not.
You know what you signed up for. So I don't like the pettiness, and I 100% think Taylor Gooch should be in the major championships. So in the same note, I'm saying this, but also it's like, hey, this is the world in which we live in right now, and you don't deserve anything.
Only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell, coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from 3 on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not 1, but 2 coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage
this
late
sort of
night.
has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Here we go.
Craig Breslow.
This is SportsRage. I'm Gabriel Morency. Craig Breslow. You never know what's going to happen in a commercial break, but we just went on a diatribe about analytics in baseball, and I was complaining about why Theo Epstein's been given the keys to the castle. I don't want robot umps either, just for the record. They're doing it. They're actually not robot, but they're not robot, so we're gonna eventually it'll be automated. But people want this. I don't, but the majority do.
No.
And Manfred, fortunately, they're just incompetent and stupid, so it's going to take them a while to do it. But basically, they're going to have an automated cam. So like like on TV, guys, when they show the box.
Yeah, like Quest Tech.
That'll be the new balls and strikes. Anybody that knows baseball knows the beautiful thing about baseball is there is no strike zone. Dude, the box isn't even a strike zone. Tony, the official letter of law of baseball is the letters on the jersey, on the jersey to the knees. You don't get a strike for the letters of the jersey. That's high. You don't get a strike for the knees. That's low.
No.
The little box. And the whole cool thing about baseball, and I know you respect it. You do it way more than I do. You know about the umpires' tendencies and stuff like that.
That's right.
And it's all. So why don't we just have robots playing? Because people are like, well, the umps aren't perfect. Well, neither are the players. Neither are the announcers. Neither am I. Neither are you. So why don't we replace you with a robot? I see people online like, oh, we need this and that. All right, why don't I take your job and I'll get AI to do your job, and we'll see if you think it's a good idea. Humans are on such a hellbent quest to replace our own livelihoods, and that's the beautiful thing about baseball. Are umpires jackasses? Yes. So are players. All right, that's the thing. That's the beautiful thing about baseball, Tony. It drives I don't want robot arms, Cam, but it's going to be coming. It's going to happen in 2025.
People don't understand the nuances of baseball are different. Hawkeye works in tennis because it's a perfect software to see if the ball hit the line. Baseball has a million more things going on. That's why it only works in certain sports where you could do it. Baseball, you still need a human, even if they have. No,
you're right. Tennis has it great, but you're right. Tennis is very simple: ball in, ball out.
Ball out.
There's no
exactly.
A strike is not. It's questionable. So we're gonna have to reinvent what a strike is.
Yeah.
But for the record, I don't have a problem with this. They're going to test it in the preseason in the NFL, and if it works, which it probably will, so they're going to do it this year. They finally have microchips in the football. Yeah. And first downs will no longer be decided by the chains. I'll be the first to tell you I'm against this.
Well, of course I am too. Yeah.
You know why? How do you know what their line is they set? Imagine, Cam. What? You think you can't imagine? You think Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce's little yellow line will be better than the Buffalo Bills? I bet it will be. I don't know what your line is now. At least I see the damn chains. Now I got to trust your microchip. I don't like it. You know what I mean? I don't like. I want to see. I want to see the technology. If you show me the line like tennis and the ball and like. Yes. But if it's just like, oh, trust us, the ball said this, I don't know.
No.
You know what I mean?
When they say trust us, don't worry about it.
What do you guys think? What do you think, Tony? You want chains or chips? I'm with you. You want chips?
No. I'm old school. I'm old school. I believe that as soon as they bring in robots to officiate the NBA, Russell Westbrook will still argue with him.
He will. Good. That's a good one. I like that.
He'll still argue with the damn up.
And another thing is, guys, too, people are like, oh, we need a microchip. What do you need a microchip? We have 24 cameras. Like, how many more cameras do we need? You see. Like, there it is. Yeah. But the thing is, humans are so stupid. Like, we get things wrong, so we're like, oh, let's let AI do it. Like, imagine what it's going to be in, 50 years, man. AI refs and, you're going to be, computers hooked up to your face and stuff. Is it a first down?
I'm going to be honest with you, football's so stupid.
No,
God forbid.
It's the only sport where the ball can touch a line. It's the dumbest thing ever. The whole ball should have to cross the line.
That's another thing that drives me crazy.
Morons.
So if that's the rule, fine. But why is it, Cam, then, if a wide receiver catches the ball in the end zone briefly and then gets knocked out, drops it, it's not a touchdown? It's like, well, it just crossed the line for a second. He had it. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know what a catch is in the NFL anymore. That's why I worry about what a catch is more than the stupid chip on the ball. In the same way the NHL right now, I don't know what the hell goalie interference is anymore. Every call is different on a nightly basis. Yep. You guys have lost. But Tony, what do you think about the basketball game tomorrow? Kind of tough with this Halliburton stuff hanging over our heads, right? But I still think it goes over the number.
Yeah, I have no problem with the total. In fact, I did play one alternate line tonight, for instance, but I heard you guys talking about it, you two, about the inexperience or maybe that Minnesota's doesn't have the same kind of savvy that
been in those spots, bro. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, who wants the ball? Give me the ball. Give me the ball right now. Anthony Edwards, the only guy in Minnesota that's going to say, give me the damn ball. And he passed it, Tony, at the end. He was like, I don't want it.
Turnover right there. That guess what? Have you guys seen? And you guys are all. I trust you when I tell you this. Kyrie is playing the best basketball of his career, much like he did when LeBron, just playing terrific basketball. Not talking, not saying a word, not arguing, just playing ball. Smart, good, elite basketball.
Agreed.
If he can nail, I talked about it. Van Gundy said it today. He goes, him and Rod Strickland are the best two finishers in the history of the NBA. I agree with the Kyrie part. I love Rod Strickland, but that might be a little ambitious with Rod Strickland.
Yeah, no offense.
Okay, come on.
That's not.
No, but Kyrie Irving really is unbelievable. Yes. The guy's like 6'1" or something. He comes into the paint. His little kisses. He's the best guy I've seen use the backboard since Tim Duncan. Remember Tim Duncan actually used to play like pool? Tim Duncan would sort of stand on the side. No swish, no show off. Bank. Yep. Just knew the angle like a pool player. Puck. Yep. Kyrie saying, you see Kyrie go in and he banks it. They're not like swish layups, right? He'll come in and off the backboard, and it's like, oh, that's going in. And how about Luka, Tony? Like, wow.
He does it from different trajectories too, Gabe. The thing about Kyrie, he's got 4 or 5 different ones. He has different trajectories, low and across,
he'll
and
stop,
this and that.
He can stop, he'll pop it, he'll take it. And the other thing with Kyrie, he can go left or right hand when he goes into the paint, which not a lot of people can do.
Yep.
We salute the brave and courageous women and men serving in the United States military, protecting our freedom. Please take time this Memorial Day weekend to honor the memory and sacrifice of our military veterans and their loving families, and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in their service to our nation.
And now you have to qualify, and these majors, you got to go do it, man. Like, and it just comes off really petty to sit up there and be like, I'm not.
You know what you signed up for. So I don't like the pettiness, and I 100% think Taylor Gooch should be in the major championships.
Mm-hmm.
So in the same note, I'm saying this, but also it's like, hey, this is the world in which we live in right now, and you don't deserve anything.
Only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell, coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from 3 on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not 1, but 2 coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage late
This sort of
night.
has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
How about that, baby? We hit the Rangers and the under, and we hit the Mavericks and the over tonight. Nice little 4-0 in the playoffs. We're really dialed in these NBA playoffs. I don't want to jinx it, but like 7-1 right now this week, Cam. The only loss was the Pacers plus the points last night, which I kind of knew. You and I both knew, too.
I thought you're so hot you'd be playing the Australian Hockey League. The Melbourne Mustangs are up on the Adelaide Adrenaline, 4-2 in the third, 13 to go.
These loser leagues can go over, I noticed.
Every time. You're right.
No, they're high scoring. Maybe you and I should go play hockey in this league. We got to be able to be good enough. We good enough to play in the Australian League? I guarantee we are. I'm a little old,
put on skates in 7 years. I got diabetes. I don't know. I could probably maybe score a goal with the hands. I don't know if I can get back.
Yeah, I'm overly ambitious, actually. I'm too old to be playing at hockey.
These guys will tell us. They'd put us in a pretzel.
It's the Australian League. Yeah, it's probably a bunch of dudes from Canada, though, actually. So we're laughing at the Australian League.
And guys who would knock our teeth out.
They're married to hot Australian chicks. They're making money in the Australian League.
And they hurt people because they're tough. Yes. It's a
I got offered a contract when I was 17, 18 years old. My grandfather was really upset. I wasn't like the NHL ambitions. I wasn't like disciplined enough. He's like, all right, you're going to go to NCAA. And St. Lawrence camp, big-time program, too.
They were a good school.
Yeah, big-time hockey team. I was going. My grades is a problem. So I'm just being real.
That's a good program,
great problem. I wanted to be a Vermont Catamount, actually. I was like, I want to go to Vermont if I'm going to play NCAA hockey. I want to be a Vermont Catamount. So he's like, no, you're going to St. Lawrence. So I'm like, all right, I'll go to St. Lawrence. Couldn't get in. And then the final straw was like, all right, since you're such a failure and loser, I'm going to send you to England. But it was like being sent to jail camp. It was like, you're sending me to England. I'm 17. What do you mean you're sending me to England? He goes, you're going to go to England, you're going to play in Division II pro hockey. They're going to pay you $17,000 a year, and they're going to give you a room and board. You're going to live with a
billet family. Yeah.
I'm going to live with a imagine me, Cam. Be playing. Imagine if I did it, bro. This show never. I'd be like watching Coronation Street with some old lady in England.
Yep, you would. You'd have a pint.
How you doing, Elma?
Just get it.
You stayed out again, Gabriel.
Like, exactly. Gabriel, you've had too many pints and cigarettes tonight, laddie. I'll just tell you.
Billet family in England. Because my grandfather played for the Wembley Monarchs, actually, in the old days.
Wow.
During the war days, a lot of people, they had a pro hockey league with all the Canadian dudes out there. Okay, so speaking of hockey, this is an early morning pick. I got to get a pick ready, Cam. Get a pick ready, Tony. Yep. I'll give people some. I'm going to give people some hockey here in the morning. Give me Sweden to beat the Czech Republic in the World Hockey Championships, and let's go under 4.5. All right, it's going to be a close game, but it's going to be a low scoring game. Sweden wins. Czech Republic, Sweden under 4.5. Canada's only minus 200 against Switzerland. Is actually good value. Canada's going to beat Switzerland. It's minus 200. Lay the juice. UFL football. Birmingham Stallions on a quest for greatness. They've already won 2 championships in a row. They're undefeated. They're going to roll San Antonio Lamar. Lay the 8.5. Birmingham, San Antonio over 44.5. MLS soccer. TFC are back, baby. TFC are playing some good football. They're too big of dogs at home against Cincinnati. I got TFC, Cam, plus half a goal, minus 135. They win or draw. I win the bet at minus 135. And Messi screwed over Vancouver. And Inter Miami don't care about the game. They didn't even send Suarez either or Busquets. Give me the Vancouver Whitecaps. This is the big one. Put a dime on this one tomorrow, everybody. Actually, bet responsibly, and you're on your own for legal purposes. I should realize that. I put a dime on a bet. I don't want to get sued. No. Bet responsibly. Suing. Give me the Michigan Panthers on the money line. They'll win the football game. All right, you got any best bets? Tony, baseball tomorrow? You got anything?
Well, I want to mention the Halliburton. I'm assuming he's out.
We got 10, 15 seconds.
Okay, Halliburton's out. This team's worse defensively without Halliburton with TJ McCollum. Over, as you mentioned, over in the Indiana-Boston game and in baseball, Cubs. Chicago Cubs.
Dallas Stars.
Yeah,
Dallas
I was on the
Stars
Cubs tonight.
for me, Gabe. I win game 2 and even the series. And give me Gary
I'll
Woodland
agree
for
with
fun
the
at
Dallas
80
Stars.
to 1. Yeah,
I'll
80 to
agree
1
with the
for
Dallas
our
Stars
friend. Yeah,
and you know what?
Woodland.
Gary Woodland, the Charles Schwab. The Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers total is only 5.5 tomorrow. I think it'll be higher scoring tomorrow. Let's go with the Stars in the over 5.5. Other than that, you're on your own later.